There we are. Hello and good morning, people of DECA, or good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Today, we are here to present our business plan. Our business is known as Clark and Murphy Plumbing Co. I'm Jeff Clark,
I'm John Murphy.
and let's get right into it. So, to start off, here's our logo. We have the nice little Plumbing Co. wrench down there. Spent a little time on that. And I'll hand it off to John, who will give a brief overview of who we are.
All right. The Clark and Murphy Plumbing Company is a competitive plumbing service that engages in the installation and management of household applications that utilize water and sewage lines. We're headquartered in Rogers, Minnesota, and we operate in the Midwest. Our target demographic is middle class property owners, government representatives, and real estate professionals. We intend to act in a public-private partnership in order to acquire funding through federal grants and loans to help us get started.
There we are. So now that you know a bit about us, let's go over the problems in the plumbing industry. Problem number one, the environmental issues that come with plumbing. In our document, you'll see that we mentioned Flint, Michigan, and how the lead seeped into the water and pretty much poisoned the town. It's obviously a huge issue with plumbing in general, just the dangers it poses, and we aim to fix that. Problem number two, the underabundance of plumbing enterprises and firms, especially in Minnesota. There are, I'd say locally, there's either only one or two like actual plumbing businesses that aren't just individual people, and they don't quite have a monopoly, but it's similar to a monopoly. And then problem number three, plumbing is a necessity. You will always need it. Moving on.
And we have a few solutions to these issues. So one of our things, we're going to take up a bit of green marketing. So for like environmental protection, we're going to implement solar powered water heaters and tankless heater options. And we'll also have residential water purification systems like getting water from your fridge, things like that, so you can get safe water. And we're also going to make eco-friendly piping, and we're going to make it sustainable so that it won't break down. And we're also going to provide competitive prices against other plumbing enterprises. And since plumbing is a necessity, we intend to provide the best service at the lowest costs. So those are the solutions that we came up with.
So here's our main target market. We kind of went over this in the general overview, but to get a better idea, our target market would be property owning adults aged 26 to 49. They have to live in Midwest America, and they have to have moderate to high incomes.
So our unique value proposition is that we supply some premium services that a lot of other plumbing businesses don't supply. One of them, like I said earlier, are solar powered water heaters and tankless heaters, which are becoming more popular and prevalent nowadays. Another is the residential water purification systems, because if you can't get like safe water from your refrigerator or from your sink, then you're going to have to buy like gallons of water, which a lot of people do. And so it's just a lot more helpful, I guess, and easier if you can have residential water purification systems. And then lastly, we will provide eco-friendly plumbing solutions. Like for example, we can reroute gray, dirty water to gardens or just to trees or anywhere to help grow like life outside of your house in general. And we'll also provide the option of low flow fixtures. So it'll just use less water pressure. And so it'll help save money and also help protect the environment.
Fantastic. So our channels of distribution, pretty simple. We'll have our wholesale distributor who will distribute raw materials like steels and generally eco-friendly raw material, which will then be transported to our industrial facilities, which will create eco-friendly piping and all the utilities and appliances that we use to install the piping and other plumbing necessities and stuff like that. And then we'll ship those tools to our personal warehouses, in which we will provide the service to the customers to then have them pay us, and then we'll pay the industrial facility, and yada yada, the basic channel of distribution.
All right. Some of our key metrics. So, as a service business, we're gonna have to track our business performance. And so, some things we'll track will be the sales revenue and net profit margin, and that's just to make sure that financially we're doing all right. And we'll also track customer acquisition costs, customer loyalty and retention, and customer satisfaction. And those will be to make sure our business is holding up well and that we've got a good future. Maybe we're making some regular customers. And lastly, we'll be tracking monthly website traffic, because we will have a website up. And depending on how much traffic we're getting on that website, we'll be able to track our growth.
Competitive advantage. As you know, we don't have too many competitors in our local area. So our competitive advantage over those people would be our green marketing style, our eco-friendly company-made pipes. So they're not imported from places like China or Russia. It'll be based in America, American-made, eco-friendly pipes. We'll provide premium and trending services and competitive pricing.
All right. For our finances, our budget is approximately $1.25 million. And the majority of that comes from payroll, maintenance, construction fees, things like that. And on our document, we have a cost structure, big table that goes a bit more in depth on that. And our income is going to be around 1.3 million. And 2/3 of that is going to come from clientele of 2,000, with our rates being about 125 an hour, as opposed to competition in the area whose hourly rate is closer to 150 per hour. And the rest comes from real estate agencies and government subsidies, which is why we did a private public.
Mm-hmm. So in conclusion, it's profitable, eco-friendly, and necessary. Our estimated annual profits at the moment are $54,000, but as time goes on, our clientele will increase and we will have more influence and therefore more profits. We're sustainable, environmentally friendly. We're quick, cost effective, and in the end, since it's necessary, everyone needs running water. And I believe that is all. Thank you so much for hearing us out. I'm Jeff Clark.
I'm John Murphy.
And that was our presentation. Have a good day.